Hey there everyone, I hope you're all doing good. Today we are going to talk about how to prepare a jam in a sort of acid jungle drone fashion, using the Polyend tracker as our main drum source and the Erika bassline as our main acid box, trio tree style blip thing. The way I work when I have to prepare a new hardware live set is that I like to start with like a blank slate. So let's load up an empty bank. Here we have a blank pattern. I've loaded a few 909 sounds and a few breakbeats in order to make this our jungle box. I'm going to start by creating a very simple bass pattern for our drums, like this. We are at 175 BPM, good for jungle. I guess I gotta start by just making something like this. And by the way, it's probably a good time to say that this video has been asked by one of my Patreon. If you also want to ask me for specific videos like this, go subscribe to the teaching sessions. Okay, so what I usually do is start like this and add a few elements to one pattern until I know I can play with this pattern and take like a few elements of each part individually and put those in and out. So let's add some hi-hats. Let's try the Euclidean. It's also cool to have those generative type of fill functions. Let's add a few different Okay, let's say that will be our first very basic intro. I also have the drone box here. Okay, let's make a second pattern. This one I'm going to start to use some breakbeats. By 4. Okay, one very important thing about the pattern on the bass line is that if you, by mistake, go to another pattern, it will erase what you were doing on the one selected. So always save it. Now it's saved. Pressing record here. Let's select this one. Start to improvise something new. I like to play with the gate here. Okay, so save the pattern. Then you can play with the other one. Here we have a little problem because one pattern is 16 only and the other one is 32. And the playing from the tracker is 32. Sometimes resetting to the start will help you make sure everything is at the right place. And it can also be a live action thing. I do it quite a lot actually when playing. stopping and restarting. Go back on this pattern. And make a simple techno style kick drum thing. Let's accent this one a little bit. Here I'm going to copy the first part of this pattern. For the moment also, this is all the same note. So let's change it a little bit. I recommend choosing a scale for a set that will be about half an hour. It's better to choose one scale and keep going with it. Unless you are really fluent with music theory, but if you're afraid of it, stick to one scale. I'm gonna stick in Locrian mode because I like it. Okay, let's copy this and paste it to the second bar. Shift, copy. Press here to copy the whole set. And go to bar number 2, paste. Just have to press once actually. Let's go to last step and choose the end of bar number 2. So we have a 32-step pattern. Let's save that pattern. So this is like the simplest kind of pattern you can have. And it's nice to keep things simple when you're in the programming part, like right now. So when you go play out, you know that when you engage this pattern, there's no accent, there's no slides. And basically you can add them on the get-go, like accent. This is something that brings a little bit of animation to yourself, actually. Same, so you have that. Each envelope is something you can use. And the mod, of course, that you can program. If you play live, I guess it's the best is to, when you press record and move this around, it records your movement. It gives some nice things. And when you go back to pattern, it will basically reload the normal one if you haven't saved it. So now you can make a difference. On the tracker, on the other hand, it's can be quite difficult to program and stuff, especially the jungle part. It's better that you write a few patterns in advance to make sure you have enough and like keep going. I usually just keep going like this for like a day and write loads of patterns. And if you do it in one session, the thing is that it will make sense on the moment, and it will probably still make sense when you play it, as the progression will be like kind of organic, if I dare to say. Let's add some more stuff here. Let's add some snares. Some fat snares. Actually, it can be fun to add things like this. also like making it like kind of an improvisation while programming can give you idea of stuff to do. Also, I like to go from pattern to pattern like this. A bit before. And if you go by pair of two, you can have one that is pretty straightforward, and the second one with lots of breaks and edits. So you can just go between the two. You can actually make more, but just keep in mind the limitation of the machine if you don't want to have to load another project. If you do that thing with the kick drum on the side and the rest on the other side, if you have a compressor with a sidechain input, it's good to put your drone thing in the compressor and have those sidechain compressed by the kick drum, so you can, and especially if you can twiddle it, so you can have this thing pump depending on what you want to do with it. What else can I show you? One like simple thing to make proper build-ups, for example, I like to use is to use the perform mode here. Let's go back to this one. Perform. Let's use this. And in conjunction, just putting like more decay or more modulation or more something in the bass line. And then back to and yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time.